to Commercial Multifamily Masterminds. We are a member of the GOB network of apartment investors. The GOB mission is to democratize the commercial real estate via mentoring and deal making. Actually, our mission is to make it easier for investors to get deals done. So how? Providing network, providing support, providing the opportunity. And later on, when I bring in the founder and the creator of the GOB, you'll hear exactly what we are talking about. So that's the mission of the GOB: provide network, support, opportunity, education. Okay, I left that out. Now, the mastermind mission, our mission here is to, one, get rid of that competitive mindset. I still have people reach out to me, even from within the mastermind, that's I feel just doesn't quite understand our mission. Our mission here is to work together. If you have an investment opportunity, I ask you to bring it here, right? So we can help you with it. That's if you need help. Okay. So if you need help, bring it here. Let us help you with capital raise. Let us help you with understanding your underwriting. If you don't understand it, we'll do our best to help you understand it, right? And so forth. So that is our mission here. Now, we provide network support. We have accredited, non-accredited investors here. We have people that want to be SP, GPs, and everything. All right. So again, if you need help with your deal, let the people here help you out. Okay. Let us help you out. So welcome to the mastermind. And the mastermind principle: the coordination of knowledge and effort of two or more people who work toward a definite purpose in the spirit of harmony. Okay. And T.D. Jakes said in his book, Disruptive Thinking, a team is composed of like-minded people with different skill sets, but equal commitment, right, toward measurable outcomes. It starts here. And this is what I'm saying to you, everyone. It starts right here. So, give me 1 second. So I spoke about the founder of the GOB. Okay. So let me introduce the founder of the GOB, Mr. Jim Biggs. And this time I got to make sure I put the sound on.
Hello, this is Jim Biggs, founder of the GOB Network. I think most everyone knows that we started the network as a member-driven platform to help more people get deals done. Whether you're a new investor that has no clue how to get started, or you're a seasoned investor and you're just looking for more net worth, liquidity, or other pieces that might be missing from your team. As an example, we recently sponsored a 134-unit deal in Houston, Texas, an 88-unit deal in Tulsa, a 34-unit deal in DFW, a 28-unit deal in Baton Rouge, a 24-unit deal in Dayton, Texas, along with 42 units of self-storage. All of this was with members of the GOB network, and we have many more LOIs, many in negotiations and under contract. These are just a few examples of deals. They came to us and we helped them sponsor that deal. So I just want to use that as an example of what we're trying to do to help everyone that's on the platform. And it's available to anyone. If you're interested, just go visit thegobnetwork.com. Also, I want to say how proud we are of the many faces of the GOB network and the many places that are represented. Thank you for being part of that by being here today. So let me close by saying to you, get on board, because the GOB network can do the same thing for you. Oh, and one more thing. Let me say we are especially proud of Daryl Murphy and his mastermind group, and to have them as part of the GOB network. Daryl is one of the founding members and sits on the board of advisors for the GOB network. Thank you very much to my friend, Daryl Murphy.
All right. Thank you very much, Jim. So hold on one second, everyone. Let me okay. So the GOB and the commercial multifamily masterminds, I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot that's involved. There's a lot of other people that also helps us with our investment opportunities. And during your journey of acquiring that asset, you're going to need insurance. You're going to need cost segregation. And you're going to need the money, right? You're going to need finances. So and you're going to need a property manager, right? So from left to right, I'm going to introduce some of our partners. I like to call them family members. So from left to right, Mr. Mark Gross, take it away, Mark. Introduce yourself.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Daryl. Good morning, everybody. I'm Mark Gross from CSSI. That's Cost Segregation Services. What we do is provide accelerated depreciation studies, which help you reduce or eliminate your IRS tax liability with accelerated depreciation. I'm Chicago-based, but I work on projects nationwide, more in Texas than any other state. So I'll put my information in the chat if you'd like to have a free preliminary analysis for your property, not just multifamily, but all property types. Thanks, Daryl.
All right, thank you. Next up, Mr. Chris Peters, take it away.
Hey, Daryl. Good morning, everybody. Chris Peters here with StackSource. We are a commercial real estate financing platform. We've got about 1,000 capital sources on our platform, everything from banks, credit unions, life co, agency, debt funds, CMBS, private lenders, REITs, family offices. More than half of our $1.5 billion of financing has been in the multifamily space, new construction, value add, redevelopment, purchases, refinances. If you guys have any questions about properties or capital markets in general, feel free to reach out. I think there's a couple people here that I'm working on deals with currently, but I'll put my info in the chat. And again, any questions on capital markets, feel free to reach out. Thanks, Daryl.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next up, Lorna Williams. Lorna, take it away.
Thank you, Daryl. My name is Lorna Williams, and I am the Business Development Manager for Born Again Property Management. We are located in Houston, Texas, but we operate nationwide.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, we do have some other family members that are unable to join us, but for right now, at least you're able to meet the ones that are here. Okay. So, the commercial multifamily masterminds, we have our Facebook page. You could come here, you could join the Facebook page. There's a lot of information that we post here. This just to let everybody know, this particular video by Justin Kevel, I think it's an excellent video. I would definitely say watch it. The reason being, he was giving information about resources that are free. You know, we have these other resources out here that cost a lot of money. CoStar, Crexy, Yardi, Matrix, and all of that. But he was giving us some really good information on where you could go to receive to collect data that is good data and it's free. Okay. And it's free. So I would definitely encourage that if you haven't seen this, please come and check it out, because this is a pretty good video. All right. So to be a member, what does it take to be a member? What you gotta do is come into the page. There are 3 questions, right? And you answer the questions. Now you don't answer the questions, I hit delete. That because I used to go through trying to find you and search out, and I don't do it anymore. So now I just hit delete, okay, and so forth. But all you got to do is come over here, answer the questions. That's it, and you get in, right? Then, if you want to connect with me on Facebook, please do. over, connect with me. I would love to connect with you. All right. And now when you do, leave a little message, right? Leave a little message about how we met. That way, and so forth. Okay. Next, we do publish some of our recordings, and okay, some of our recordings. So come over here to the Commercial Multifamily Masterminds right here on YouTube, and please subscribe. Subscribe. That way you will be informed when a new release. Now I'm gonna tell you, if you we also have the capital raise strategy session, and the capital raise strategy session also is released here. And a capital raise strategy session meets every Wednesday at 2 p.m. But we meet right here. I mean, once we meet and the video, and we do go live, like this here's the live button, several of the streams from the capital raise strategy session right here. So if you want to catch up and listen to some of the past recordings, come on over. Give me a thumbs up if you like the recordings, okay? All right. So, okay. So now listen. Everyone, I'm sure we all have been keeping up with the market. We know that the market is tight and it's really tough right now. So I'm putting out a call. I'm putting out a call. I guess what a SOS call to all of the brokers, all of you owners. Every last one of you are owners. I know you got some real estate somewhere, but here's the SOS. We're looking for properties. All right, we're looking for properties. If you're getting ready to sell your property, I'm asking you to give us that opportunity to bring the property to the mastermind and let us take that property down. You heard Jim. Jim said we've been closing on deals. He has, matter of fact, the GOB, if I'm not mistaken, has well over 6,500 doors under management. So I'm asking you, brokers and owners, if you're looking to sell your property, bring the property to the mastermind group. Everyone in here is looking for an investment, okay? Is looking for an investment. So that's what I'm gonna say about that, okay? So as of yesterday, I came back home to Jersey. As you all know, as some of you may know, I was in Dayton, Texas, and I have been down there since the first week of July, managing the property, getting it, doing the renovations, getting this property up and running. Okay, and I want to the team and I will be getting together this coming Friday to solidify a date. I do believe the date is solidified. I just want to really confirm. To invite you investors down to the property in Texas. We would love for you to come down, see this property, right? See where Dayton, Texas is. I know you always hear me say 37.4 miles from the center of Houston, right? How often do I say it? All the time? 37.4 miles from the center of Houston. But I'm going to tell you something. There's so much that's happening in Dayton. So I really would like to invite each and every one of you. And of course, if you are an investor on this investment opportunity, I would definitely love for you to come down, see the work that's been going into the property, all the improvements that's being made. And we're pushing our rents. Okay. Just to, we have already exceeded our goal for the rents. Okay. So I really would like for y'all to come down to take a look at the property. Once we get that date, once I confirm, then we're going to go ahead and push it out and get everyone down there. Let's turn it into a little party. Not too much of a party, just a little party. All right. We're going to have. I will be getting with the city of Dayton. Commerce. City of Dayton Commerce Department. And we're going to do a ribbon cutting ceremony because we're under under new management, made a lot of changes. And I'm going to tell you something, the people in the area see the changes. They see the changes. Someone is moving in on October 1st, and they was able to give us a little history of how the property was way back, I guess way back when, right? But it's not that way now. Now it's a very quiet property, a serene property. I like to say serenity and tranquility is there. We are more of a team. I'm gonna say the community is more of a team than it was before, where everybody was doing their own thing, and a lot of people left because they didn't want to. They didn't like what I wanted the team to do. They want to do their own thing. You can't win when you got role players, right? We want a team. So that's what it's about. Does anyone have a question about something that they may be working on, something that you may need help with? Is there anything that you need help with? Take yourself off mute and let us know here at the Mastermind.
Hi.
No one needs help? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Felicia Newkirk, and I just
Hey,
met.
Felicia, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is well.
All right.
I'm new to this. I'm, definitely interested in learning about investing in commercial properties. I do not have any experience in it. However, I do work for a major insurance, a major construction company. So, I mean, that's basically all I have, but I'm really interested in learning, like, where do I start? I mean, I started reading a book on commercial real estate, but I don't know where to start. So I don't know if I need to come to like a physical meetup. You guys host those? I mean, I know you guys have the Zoom meetings, so can anyone recommend or suggest anything for me? I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here.
Fantastic. And welcome. So what I'm going to say is you already got started, right? She said she didn't know where to start. She already started, right? She started reading the books. She already started. She came here. She already started, right? But you can only read by so many books and you can only go to so many meetings. The real action is going to come when you make the move, when you take that step to get involved with a property. That's when the action is going to start. That's when that real education is going to kick in. So keep coming. Go to as many meetings that you can. This business is about relationships, building relationships. You got to build a relationship with brokers. You got to build relationships with your lenders. You got to build relationships with your property managers. You have to build a relationship with your cost segregation. You got to build a relationship with all these investors. So that way, when you do get an investment opportunity, you can say, hey, I have an investment opportunity. This is what my numbers look like. Would you like to invest with me? Okay. So this is where it starts. You already started. Congratulations and welcome to Commercial Multifamily Mastermind. Right. As I go through underwrite today, you'll be able to ask more questions because you're going to see what it's like in the model that I'm going to be working with. Okay. Does anyone else have any updates? What are y'all working on out there? Don't tell me no one's working on anything. I know
Hey
somebody's
Daryl,
working
I'm
on
working on a
something.
property.
Okay.
I'm still working on
Talk
about
to me.
14. I'm working on about 14 unit here in Little Rock. It's a great
Mm-hmm.
deal. It's 14 units on 20 acres. 10 acres has been developed and the other 10 has not. So this will be an opportunity for us not only to become a multifamily operator, but also developer as well. We just received the LOI from the lender. I think it was just last week. And so we're just happy moving forward. So raising capital for that is going to be a joint venture, but it's going to be a really good deal. So moving forward with that. This is one Chris has helped me with. He's been great. So yeah, if you guys need to reach out, definitely reach out to Chris. He's awesome.
Fantastic. So are you, so tell, what do you need help with?
I need help with raising capital.
Okay.
We got about $500,000 capital raise.
Okay, but now you said it's going to be a JV, right?
Yes.
So you want, so everyone has to be an active partner on the deal.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
An active partner.
Okay. There you go. Everybody got to be an active partner. So,
That's right.
so for those who are not familiar, and the reason why I said that, the reason why I brought that up is because if you're raising capital, you're either going to go JV or you could do JV or you could do syndication, right? When you do a JV, everyone's going to have an active role. The minute you bring in one person and they don't want an active role, that just kills your JV. You gotta do syndication. Okay. Because under syndication policies, everyone must have an active role to be considered a JV. All right. So that's excellent. And you said it's in Little Rock?
Yes, it's in Little Rock, near the Air Force Base.
Near the Air Force Base. Hey, listen, everyone. You want to help? Here's something going on right here. Right here, Little Rock. All right. Who want to partner? Who's ready to make a move? Reach out to Billy Miller. Right. You got to raise how much capital?
500,000.
500,000. So you're going to have an active role, everyone. If you don't want an active role, then don't do it because you're going to push him into having to do a syndication. All right. If you don't want an active role, don't do it. But if you ready to get your hands dirty and to get to work, reach out to Billy Miller.
Daryl, I forgot to mention too, on the other 10 acres, we're planning on doing semi-truck parking and RV parking on the other 10 acres.
Wow. Holy smokes.
So we can have that cash flow coming in on the other 10 acres immediately. So that's what we're going to do with the other 10 acres. We're going to develop that out and put those parking pads over there.
Okay, cool. Wow. Wait a minute. So are you only going to do just a small number of multifamily, or are you going to continue to develop also for the multifamily?
We're going to continue to develop the multifamily as well. Our goal is to bring the rents to the current market, but the other 10 acres that's already developed has room for more duplexes as well because the builder didn't build out all the way. He just built
Gotcha.
7. So we can build as many as we want, probably about another, I would say, probably about another 10 additional duplexes down the line once we can get it to where the value that we want out of it. Right now, it's just so expensive to build the other duplexes.
Yeah.
But it's less expensive to put those parking pads in and get the cash flow up and going on the property.
Okay. Okay. So now, if you put the parking pads there at some time down the line, would you convert those parking pads to a development, or we just let it stay a parking pad?
I haven't really decided right now. The reason being because there's a lot of diesel trucks that pass through Arkansas and they need that parking pad badly.
Gotcha.
And so as long as that cash flow coming in, I'm happy with the cash flow and I don't want to rock the boat if it's working.
Gotcha. There you go. Okay. That's it. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyone else? What y'all working on out there? Come on, everyone. I know y'all working on something.
Daryl.
Yep.
Can you hear me? We have the Crosby RV Resort. And apologies, everybody. I'm coming off of being sick, so I'm not on camera today. 99 pads. Rhonda Harris is on the call. Her and our partners on the deal. We are looking to raise 900,000 in capital for this deal. The property is already under contract and has closed. So we just need to fund this opportunity. 99 pads. Um, the return is fantastic. It's approximately 6 to 8 times return on your funds, your investment funds at the end of the investment. It's going to take about 18 months to build it out and then a 5 year hold. It's a really good opportunity. Crosby, as some of you know, is in Texas and is growing. It's a population that really favors the RV parks, and this one is luxury. So it's Crosby Lakeside RV Resort.
Fantastic. Now, for those probably saying Crosby, where the heck is Crosby? Crosby is Crosby is like, let me see. I made it to Crosby, I think, in 20 minutes from Dayton. So you get Dayton, and as you're heading west to go into Houston, you're going to run through Crosby on 90, then you're going to run through Atascocita, and also depending on which way you go. But Crosby is real close to Dayton. And so it's definitely it's a large area, a large city. It doesn't appear to be, but it is. And so that's something that if you're looking at that, I'm gonna definitely tell you that Crosby is close to Houston, close to Dayton, close to Atascocita, close to Humble, close to New Caney. It's really surrounded with a lot of growing areas. So that's if you're interested in that, reach out to Alicia. 900K she's looking for. 900K now, and now Alicia, yours is a syndication, am I right?
Right. It's a syndication. So if anyone is willing to sign on the loan and help to raise capital, there may be a seat at the table for you. So reach out. There's some really good opportunities.
So you're not only looking for 900K, you're looking for a KP?
There you go.
Oh man.
Well,
Oh
it's
man.
a three-way split because Rhonda and I are also signing on the loan.
All right. So okay, well listen everyone. Now okay, so now you're probably wondering what in the heck is this guy talking about? KP, right? What is this? Okay, so that's a key principle. That's a person who has some net worth, some liquidity that he could bring to the table, and to be able to also sign on that loan. Now, with them all doing it together, they, and we think Chris done jumped off, but they can combine their net worth and liquidity to also meet that requirement for that lender. Okay, for that lender. All right, all right. Alicia, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Congratulations, Billy. Congratulations, Alicia. Who else
Thank you.
working on a deal that needs help? Come on, come on. I know there's some more out there. Y'all just scared. Y'all scared to come off mute. Come on, but if y'all need help, you need help.
Yeah, Daryl, this is
Good
Ken. We have a deal
afternoon.
that we're working on.
Go ahead, Ken. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's excuse me, what was my voice there? It's in Terrell, Texas, which is about 25 miles east of Dallas.
Mhm.
107 units. It's got about 60 units still needing improvement, upgrading. The seller just put about $2.25 million into the property.
Mhm.
We've been working on, we do have a lender that gave us a quote on this already. We are looking also for a KP, and we're also looking for boots on the ground because I'm out on the West Coast and my partner's out on the East Coast.
Okay. Okay. And you said Dallas?
It's 25 miles east of Dallas. It's called Terrell.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So are you under LOI yet? I mean, are you under contract yet?
No, we are not. No, we've been talking with
Okay.
the broker on this, and we wanted to make sure we had a KP before we did anything. Property's been on the market for quite some time.
Right.
The broker is working with us on this. Uh, we want to go with KP before we put an offer in.
Okay. did you do you have the underwrite?
Yes, we've got it completely underwritten. Yeah, I think my
Okay.
partner Raheem was supposed to present this today, but he had a situation come up, and I have a situation where I'm going to have to jump off the meeting.
Wait, Raheem Jackson?
Correct.
He's not here today. Oh no, he
No,
said something came up. That's right. That's right. That's right.
and
All right. So
I've got a family situation I've got to take care of.
all right. So do you have to jump off how soon? Can you talk? Can I ask you just some questions or you got to jump off?
I've got some time.
All right. So Terrell, Texas, can you tell us about the population there, population growth? Can you tell us? I'm not going to ask you anything about the neighborhood. I'm not going to ask you anything about the property. All I want to ask you is, what do the numbers look like for Terrell?
Let
That is,
me,
and when I say numbers, I'm not talking about the property.
right,
I'm not talking about the property. I'm talking about the city itself. So, how's the population growth? How's the job growth? How's the median household income? How is all of that?
let me just pull my underwriting real fast. I've got all that on the Excuse me real fast here. Sorry about that. Here it comes. Okay. We have population growth in the last 2 years with a 36% increase. We have you need medium household income, 104,000, 661,000. Medium contract rents, $1,109. Unemployment is 3.5%. Percentage under poverty is 5.86%, and it's got a great ethnic mix.
All right, so you jumped into the area I didn't want to get into.
Okay.
Let's stay up into the city. How's the job growth there?
I don't have job growth. I just have population growth.
Okay, hold on one second then. Are you using that real estate market analysis?
We got this all off of city data.
No, are you using the real estate market analysis form?
No.
Okay. All right, hold on one second. Job growth 3.2%. I would like to so this is what I would like to do because you didn't tell me about that one, Kenneth. All right. So what I would like to do, Kenneth, I would like to work with you on that one.
Okay.
Um if you now you know you've already worked with me on several occasions. Do you have the latest rent roll, the latest T12?
Yes. Just had them updated the other day.
Okay, so you got August or September.
We have August.
Gotcha. So what I would like to do and check with Raheem, because I would like to take a look at that. If the numbers work out, then I would like to I want to be a part of that to get that deal rolling. How many units you said?
107.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, he
if you
just put
send
in
me,
about 2.25 million into it, and he still has 60 units that need to be upgraded.
all right, if you send me the rent roll T12, I'll go ahead, and the OM, I'll go ahead, I will underwrite it, and and let's work on getting boots on the ground. As long as I see that the numbers work out, I'll help you with everything else.
All right, sounds good.
But
I can get that
you
to
and
you.
Raheem is going to need help. Raheem was in my coaching program, so that I definitely will help him out.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a problem there. So,
Yeah, no
right.
problem.
Yeah, I can get that to you.
Okay,
Thank
sounds
you.
good. Yep. All right, let's do one more before I jump into the underwrite. Let's do one more. Who else? Who else out there? Who else out there?
Hey Daryl, it's Ty. How are you?
Hey, Ty.
Working on it. It's a smaller deal in northern New Jersey. It's 5 units, but it's close to university. It's not too far from New York City. It's an easy commute. Looking for an LP. I'll be the GP. I'll do all the legwork and everything else. It's under contract. Probably looking for around 250 to 300K. It's fully leased. Not a lot of renovations right now, but it's priced relatively well.
All right, all right. You said New Jersey.
Yes.
All right, we got a couple of New Jersey people up here. All right, all right. New Jersey's in the house. Now that's a property there. Five. You got
5 units. Yep.
units here. Yeah. All
Yep.
right.
I'll put my contact in the chat.
Sounds good. Okay
Thank
then.
you.
All right. So now, everyone, since no one else have any other questions, I know hopefully you will have some questions after we do this. We run through this underwrite. Then I'm gonna do something that we haven't done in weeks, and that is breakout rooms, because we need to make that connection, especially when it comes to the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission. We need to be able to say, yeah, I've had a conversation with this person. I know this person. I know that person. Okay. But first, we're going to discuss an underwrite. Okay. So hold on one second. Let me just show tabs only there. Okay. And let me move this over. Let's move this over. Okay. So I want to take this. I want to take this in a little different of a direction, where normally I would just run through everything, but I'm not going to do that today. What I want to do is show you with this model how you can detail, all right, how you could detail things out. Kenneth had mentioned in his deal that the owner had already put in a certain amount of money on the units, and some of the units were already renovated. Okay, so in an instance like that, in a case like that, right? When you break out, now again, you're going to go to your rent roll, and you're going to break out your units. So let's make believe this is it right here. Okay, although this is 250 units, let's make believe that this is it right here. So Kenneth could say, hey, these units here are 100% renovated. These units here are 100% renovated. The only ones we have to renovate is going to be here and these right here. Okay. So as you can see, from the units that are renovated, okay, we still have, I'm gonna round this off, 50%. So we still got 50% that needs to be renovated. Okay, 50% that needs to be renovated. We're just going to say that. Okay, so now Kenneth is going to say, hey, let's detail this out, but we don't need to renovate all these units. Let's detail this out to where, now I'm gonna jump up here, to where we're only going to put in let's say, so um since it's only half, and we're going to start renovation, say month 3, run it to month 48, right? That's going to do a detail, right? We're going to detail it out. So now we're going to put right here, we're going to put 6,000, because if you look right here, right, you see where it says units under renovation, right? These are the units that we are going to renovate, these right here. And we're going to do this within a certain time frame. Okay, a certain time frame. Now, if you come over here, you'll see that we're going to start in month 3. We're going to complete in month 48. Month 3, month 48. Okay, we're going to start in month 3. We're going to roll these units over, and we're going to take it over out to 48 months. Now, that's going to leave us, because this is a 7-year, as you can see right here. We still have some time left over to where we won't need any renovation, won't be doing any renovations and stuff like that. Okay. So in this case, when you want to detail your renovation, you're not going to renovate all of them. You're going to only do a certain number. You could detail this thing out in several ways. You could go detail like this, or you want to do an S curve. Oops. Okay. So an S curve. Now let me see. I didn't change that. Let's see. No, it's not going to do it because I overrode the formula. Hold on one second, everyone. Let me get back to detail. I didn't. So let's just make believe this is the one, and we're going to say an S curve. Now, an S curve. If you know what is the S curve? An S curve goes like this, right? That's an S, right? So when you look at the model, you're going to see it's going to start out right here, and because this is the S curve, it's going to start out low, and as we move forward, you're going to see the S, how it increase, and then right, it's going to hit. You know how the S got the peak, and then it turns and comes the other way, right? So the peak is right here at 87. This is the peak, 87, 784. And now you can see it's starting to come back down, a perfect S, right? A curve, right? Until it's back down to 1285. So we could do an S curve if we wanted to, okay? Right? That's one thing. Let me see, straight line, well, schedule I'm not going to discuss, and let's put that back on straight line. Now, so straight line just says you're telling the investor, you're telling this model, we're going to kick it off on a certain time, and we're going to end it on our time. We're going to start on our time. We're going to finish on our time. If you put schedule, you see how it's going to change. It's going to put its time in there. It's going to put its time for its time and when you begin and when you end. Okay. So let's put this back on a straight line. So it begins and ends when we tell it to begin and when to end. Okay. So, and you could detail this out, in any particular way. So what do I mean by that? Let's go down to right over here. Okay. So let's say you have, see right here, you see this? Downtime. You see that? Downtime vacancy. Percent of month. 100%, right? Now, you can say, if you know your construction team, your management team, right? You can say, wait a minute. Hey team, is it going to take a whole month, right? A whole month to renovate a unit? It may take a third of a month, right? It may not take a whole month. So you could say, okay, no. You could say, no, it's only going to take half of a month, right? 15 days. And you can adjust so that in here you have per unit, it's only going to take a half a month. And then boom, it's going to hit the market. Let's see if we get this baby renovated. Okay. Because we don't want to you say, we don't want to take this thing off the market for a whole month, right? Besides, we're not doing major renovation. We're only doing touch-up. So you may say, well, what about making it 1/3? Hey, right? And now, when you do that, okay, let's put this back to 100. I want you to see something right quick. So when you do that, see right here, look straight across, you will see right here that this is where it's going to do its calculations for a whole month, right? A whole month, right? Now, if you take it down to 50%, watch those numbers over there. They're going to change. See that? The numbers change. So here, you can say how long a property is going to be down, right? For the purpose of this experiment, we're going to leave it at 100%. Okay. Now, you can also detail out this right here. Okay. Your general vacancy, your credit loss. You could detail that out too. What do I mean? How? So let's say we take the standard, drop this down to detail. Now you see how it blacks out? What you didn't see was up above. And now I'm gonna bring it. Let me see if I could get it right here. See if we could catch it. I want you to try to keep your eyes over here in the white area. Let me see if I could do it. Hit detail. Yes. See it right here? Okay. So now what you can actually do here is detail vacancy. All right, so 6%. We know that we're going to have to bump this up because we're going to be doing some heavy renovations. We're going to bump up our vacancy and either increase or decrease the credit loss, right? Bad debt concession loss to lease. That's your credit loss. Okay. And you could detail this thing out, right? You may know that on month 3, you're not going to have 6%. You're going to have 10%. And you can adjust this. And then you can let me move over. And see how this is? You can adjust this whole thing to where, okay, month 1, 6%, month 2, 12%, month 3, 18%. Then you start, okay, well, let's start bringing this back down because 1, we only going to be doing right here, like we said, we're only going to be doing 33% downtime for the unit. Okay. And then so you can readjust this right here. So let me now undo all of this, what I just did. Okay. And you can, and by you doing that, you can detail this thing out so that you try to get as close to your numbers as possible. And by you having this capability of detailing out your underwrite, you could get closer and closer to explain to the investors, this is where we are. This is why we have our numbers the way that we have them. Now, I want to point one more thing out to you. That's also part of you being able to detail. Okay. So you saw that I had 3 here, 48 here. Now, again, this is going back up to here, really. All right. This was just an example that I showed with the straight line. But right here, right, you saw that we detailed this out. But suppose this was a 36, right? You would have to readjust these numbers. By me overriding them, you see this? I overrode the black, made it blue. So now I would need to go back in here and readjust these numbers because this is going to still, see right there? It's still going to go out. Still going to go out to 48 because I overrode. See that? So you just got to go back, readjust your numbers. Okay. So for now, let's go ahead and put that back to 48. Now, that is going to coincide with here. Okay. When you're going to start, when it's going to be complete. So here again, if that was a 36 up top, you can make this a 36. Now, you see how these numbers change right here? Okay. All right. So let's put this back to 40. So you can readjust. Now, suppose you want to do a custom roll. Okay. You want to custom roll of when this is going to happen. You can easily say, okay, well, Dow, we're going to do a custom roll, roll to market. Right now, as you can see right here, you see this right here? Remember I said, let's just round it off to 50%. right? Because we already have that's renovated, this is renovated, this is renovated. We only got 50%. Okay. And if you look right here, that's what this is. So now you're going to do your custom roll of market where instead of the other, let's say you start out 50%, and then you may here drop it. You may say, okay, we know 50%. Now let's drop it down to 45. Okay. And you keep going. You keep going. All right. Excuse me, you drop it up. You drop it up, drop it down, me, because something happened. But now you're gonna say, wait a minute, now you gotta say, let's pick this up. Say we 50, 45, 40. You're going the opposite way. I know what I'm saying, right? You're going the opposite way. But now on month 4, you say, okay, let's start bringing this back up now, and you start bringing it back up. So now you're going to continue to work on that, and this is going to cause you to do some calculation with your team, because you're going to have to calculate and factor these in. And if you're going to customize that, I could just about guarantee that you're going to wind up having to customize. You're going to have to customize this right here. You're going to have to detail this out, because this here is going to be affected by this, right? So when I say this, I'm not calling out names, right? Your detailed vacancy is going to be affected by your roll to market, right? If this here is 50 and you're working it up towards 100 and you're bringing this down, then this is going to show, should reflect also, okay? So for the purpose of, so like, again, I just want to show you that, and then as you see, it goes all the way out right here. See that? Right there. See that? Month 48. Because that's how we're going. You already said 3 to 48. So now it's at 100%. You done did it, right? Okay. So that's a custom roll. And so now I'm just gonna put that back. Matter of fact, let me just do undo. There we go. Let's undo that and put that back, right? Okay. So I know we have some new investors up here, and I hope you have questions. So now, just for the new investors to run through this on this briefly, 22 million purchase price, closing cost, right? I'm very conservative. I did a 4%. I didn't do a 5 on the closing cost. For renovation budget, we went $6,000 per unit. I did a detail on this. And for the exterior, I just did 5,000 per unit. I probably could have done less. Okay. I probably could have done less. Okay. $1 million on the operating reserves. Finance cost 1%. At the time that I was underwriting this, it was at 6%, but now things, we all know that interest rates have gone up, so that's now around 7%. Okay, and the LTV 70%. That was back then. Okay, for this particular area, 4% growth in rents. Actually, you could probably push a little more, but I try to be very on the conservative side, so that way, if the market shifts and comes and growth start decreasing, we'll still be good. Okay, we'll still be good. Okay. So these rents here are current. These are my projected rents of what we are looking to achieve. All right. We're going to do 12-month lease. You have one unit that was a model, but for us, we ain't having any. We're going to put everything online. Okay. Now, here's your other expenses. As you can see, when it comes here, mine is lower because there were certain things I was not going to include. So, perfect example, late income fee. Okay. I'm not trying to keep late fees coming. I want to get rid of them, and those are not guaranteed. Okay. So that was one. I think that was one. That was just the one, huh? All right. So for the purpose, that was just that one, and that's the reason why mine is less. Okay. So now vacancy, right? And on this particular asset, I do believe I had ran it past the property manager. These were the numbers where they were coming in at when I take over the property. Okay. The market 5.5 on the market cap 5.5. I did my reversion or my terminal cap, whatever your words I want to use, reversion, terminal cap. I took it at 6.5. All right. And that's calculated based on 10 years. Okay. All right. So that I just wanted to do a little brief summary, but the main topic for today was to show how if you want to detail things out, you could detail it out. Okay. Are there any questions in reference to detailing out on this particular model? Any questions? No question? I am surprised.
Hey, Daryl,
Hey, Brittany.
you stated that the reason, the good purpose for detailing out the underwriting, like you just shown, is to be able to really detail things back to the seller. So, what experiences have you had when you've been able to do this firsthand?
See, well, and now when you detail it out, everyone, you're trying to get close to how can I say, you're trying to get close to where you're gonna submit your LOI, you want the property, right? When you detail out, you can really get nitty-gritty to see where your numbers are. Okay. So and that's the whole purpose of detailing it out. If you don't have to renovate 100 units, I mean all 100%, and you're only gonna do like 50%, then why would you want to underwrite for renovating 100% of units when you're only going to do 50% of the units? And you're not even going to use you're gonna spend your money in a way to where you may spend, who knows, you may spend 18,000 on month one, but month two you may only spend 10,000. Then on month three you may spend 28,000. See what I'm saying? So by you being able to really detail out everything to nitty-gritty, you're actually getting your numbers closer to the actualization of what that property is valued at. Okay? Then you submit your LOI. And you submit it to the broker or to the buyer, whoever it is, right? I mean, to the seller, excuse me, not buyer, excuse me, to the broker or the seller, right? This is my LOI. If you do what I do, I also submit a cover letter explaining how we came up with our price to let the seller know we're not just randomly picking numbers, right? We're looking at everything.
Hey, Daryl, when you do
Yeah.
that, does it come back, do the seller come back thinking you're trying to retrade on the agreement that you initially put out on your LOI? And that's why when if you do that, let's say you submit your LOI detailing that, you think would they take it as you're trying to retrade on items or nitpick stuff on what, on the property? And if it did, how did you experienced that?
So one, that's not a retrade. That's
Okay.
not a retrade. That's just what you're doing is that's your underwriting. That's not a retrade. You're underwriting your property and you're submitting your LOI based on your underwriting. A
Okay.
retrade is you agree to the price, you're under contract, going through due diligence. Now you're going to try to go back to them to tell them, yo, we got to retrade on this price because you want it lower, right? Right? That's a retrade.
Okay.
But you're not retrading here. You're underwriting your property. These are the numbers. This is how it came out. Hey, Here's my LOI. Here's my cover letter. Do we got a deal?
Okay, so you're basically just giving him the numbers the way you see it on there, even if it's below his asking price.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so as long as I've been in this industry, I think only one time I've been able to submit an LOI to a seller, and it was actually very close or at his asking price. How about that?
Okay.
One time. Usually, you know, listen, everyone, we've been in this industry a long time. You know how it is. Normally, the seller comes in at some ridiculous price where he thinks he's going to get $100 million, and you have to come in with that sharp little pen and bust the bubble. You know how it is. But with the model, at least you get that opportunity to detail it out, right? Now, what I've gone through, everyone, I also I have a coaching program so that, and although we do cover the basic philosophy of commercial multifamily, right? My whole thing is getting into that underwrite, and that's what I love to do. I love the underwriting. Any questions? Anything else in reference to the detailing? Anything else? Okay, so it's 12:30, everyone. And for those of you that stuck around, I really appreciate you sticking around. But now I'm going to do one thing that I'm gonna do one thing that I
Wonder if it's something where he can get you
that
the ER and get sent out.
sending somebody to the ER. I heard
Yeah,
that.
no.
I heard that. Sending somebody to the ER. All right. But anyway, it's 12:31. But I always stick around for another 30 minutes. It's just so that if you have questions, you you want to get to know me better, right? You want to get to know me better? Stick around for another 30 minutes. We're going to cut the recording is going to be off. No recording. This will give you the opportunity. You can ask me any kind of questions you want. Okay. No, I'm not selling my kids. All right. Okay. But whatever kind of questions you have, you want to know about my experience, you want to know about my history, stick around. All right. Stick around for another 30 minutes. All right. So I want to thank you all for coming and supporting the commercial multifamily masterminds. Start bringing some deals, everyone, so we can learn from them and grow from them, and let us help you with your deals. All right. Next Tuesday, see you back here at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Don't forget, tomorrow, Wednesday, capital raise strategy session. All right. See you tomorrow at 2 p.m.